All right, so the final part of this course is actually deploying your application, and you're going to end up deploying two. You are going to do the authentication authorization project, uh, the playgroup one, and then you're going to do your final project. So there are directions on how to do this, and this is the site that we deploy to because they give you a 60-day free trial. The only problem with this is that they only let you deploy one site at a time. So you'll have to deploy the authorization application first. Okay, submit that to the Dropbox. I will correct it. Once I correct it, I will let you know, and you'll have to remove that deployment, and then you can deploy your term project. Okay. And so there's information in here on how to do all of that. Okay, how to set up the app, um, what you need to go through. The videos here are from last year. I don't have any more emails that I can use to get a free account. I have a paid for account, but that is a little different than a free one. So when you come out here, I've literally used every email that I have throughout the years, so I don't have any more that I can use. Um, but you can get a free trial. Okay. And I like this because you don't have to give credit card information or anything. Okay. So get your free account and then you should be able to log in. Um, I mean, the site is not that difficult to navigate. And I haven't noticed that they've made any changes to it. So these directions should still be pretty good. I mean, it's a pretty basic site. So you'll kind of go through here, follow the directions. There is information that you will have to copy from that site into your application. That is how we connect the two. Okay, so um, this is pretty step by step. So if you guys run into any problems, let me know. I have deployed to this site many, many times. Okay, so if something has changed or there's something new or a problem, we will figure it out. Okay, so one thing you need to note on your the little playgroup project is that you are going to have to comment out the authorize policies before you deploy it. And that is because you are going to have to create the roles of admin, manager, and user, and you can't do that if this is turned on. Okay, so you're going to turn that off, and then you'll deploy it. Okay, and then um, you can also in the member controller, you can go ahead and comment out the authorized attributes for index and details. Okay, and then you'll be able to go through the deployment steps. Okay, and like I said, once I've corrected this, then you can go ahead and remove the database, and you can also remove the web app and then just create a new one. Now, last year, um, something that was a little different is apparently they've had a lot of fake people creating accounts. And so they will now be issuing a password and login information to actually access the page. So for me to access the page, I need that information. So when you submit a link to the deployed app, you are also going to need to give me your username and password, or I will not be able to access it. Okay, so make sure you give me all of that information. Okay, and I will correct these as soon as I see that you've submitted them so that you can then remove them and get your capstone deployed. And once your capstone is deployed, you can just leave it up because you are going to be sharing that with your classmates. So with your classmates, after you get this thing deployed, you are going to put a link in the discussion and also include the username and the password, or your classmates aren't going to be able to see it. And then you should have a showcase video that you are going to upload as well. There are instructions for that. And then you guys will be doing little peer reviews. These are the things that you should look for when you post your reply. Okay. And as far as the requirements for the showcase, they are in the same page as your capstone requirements. And I know we've talked about them before, but you'll have a PowerPoint or a Google slideshow with this information, these talking points. If you do this in Google Slides, you are going to have to make sure that you share these slides with anybody who has a link, or we won't be able to see them. You should do a video that includes a demo of your site along with your PowerPoint presentation. So when you do your demo, a lot of the students will do the PowerPoint first, and then they'll demo their site, or they'll demo their site first and then do the PowerPoint. The order that you do it doesn't matter, okay, as long as you demo your site and you have a PowerPoint with this information. Okay, and all of that needs to get posted to the discussion. Okay, so that is what we are finishing up with. If you, like I said, if you do have problems or questions, let me know, because I can't really help you code or write your term project, but I can certainly help with the deployment. And then we do have a really short little final test. It's cumulative, but it's only 45 points. And this is due the very last day of the semester. Okay, so hopefully you all get things deployed and you don't have any problems, but if you do, please reach out for help.